Barry Dorn with Dorn's Body and Paint in Richmond, Virginia. We are a single location with an on-site service department along with an on-site ADAS center. Our business model has gravitated mainly to OEM certification. We are certified with 26 different OEMs, mainly on the higher end side. We do everything from Lucid to Porsche to Audi to the Mercedes Elite. So most of our business model is OE certification and following OEM procedures. So from our aspect, first of all, there's very little in our business that hasn't changed. And collision repairs across the country and across the world are faced with this. One of the main issues that I think most can identify with is technician base. It is qualified technicians, new technicians to bring them into the industry and grow them in a faster, accelerated way. We decided 15 plus years ago to start growing our own technicians. So we traditionally do not hire experienced technicians for a multitude of reasons, but the main one is we want them to know our way, which is the OEM way. And whatever the OEM has us do is exactly what we follow. And so having the ability to train them, get them up to speed faster, but still with the same intention of doing it right, to accelerate them on metallurgy and knowing how that works is paramount to our success. For me, I feel like that from our most experienced technicians down to our apprentices, all of them have seen the value of training with KECO. Now, from our aspect, we've done both in-house training with KECO, and we've also done did on site at the KECO headquarters. We've sent our folks there as well, and both of them are extremely valuable. Our technicians that come back, both from in-house and from the KECO location, with a multitude of knowledge that they didn't have. Mainly down to, our goal especially for the apprentices, is to what we call, and I know it's a common term, but push to paint. We want to get them so that they can provide value to the mentor, so that they provide them with a repair that's more less intrusive and more the ability to shrink that down, to shrink the damage down into a much smaller repair, provides value to the mentor. From the mentor's aspect, seeing how and learning how, because unfortunately most collision repair technicians, that even the most experienced, were never actually trained on why they're doing what they're doing. The training that KECO provides answers those questions. It shows them why they are doing it, and why, whether they just started last month or 20 years ago, why they are doing the repair the way they are, why that quarter panel or why that door or why that roof is gonna, if they do this, it's gonna react in this way. Before, I think they just guessed. Now they know why. They know exactly what tools and what technique they have to apply in order to get the result that they're looking for. In my opinion, the KECO way of doing things is a much more cost-effective way of doing it. And what I mean by that, when you were doing I'm going to reference your term, stud welding, the intrusiveness of that and the backside panel damage that's done that most places are not repairing that will cause you problems later, whether it's the consumer or you. But from a warranty aspect, the glue pull process keeps the backside OE. So you're not worried about the corrosion. Two is that you have the ability to charge for it. So there's a material charge and a consumable charge that we charge on every panel that we glue pull. So we charge that back to the consumer for what we're doing. And so to me, it makes perfect sense to utilize this because it's a much better repair. A, B, that you could charge for it, and C, to be frank, is the OEMs are demanding it because they see that backside corrosion, that whether it comes back off lease or whether it's a trade-in, and then that affects their branding. as far as what the consumer thinks of their product. If a consumer buys a used vehicle that was repaired 5 years ago and it's got rust all in the quarter, and then they assume that that's a OEM problem, not a repaired problem, because a lot of times consumers don't know it's been repaired. This fully prevents that. So you don't have that issue, that you don't have that concern any longer.